Good evening, everybody. This is Alex McCracken, your pumpkin Jesus. I'm going to try this today. I have the ladder, the camera set up on a ladder, so hopefully you can see me. Because I want to show today, it is July 9th, 2017. I want to show how we set up the pumpkin for maximum growth this time of year and what we do to protect it, the bottom of it and everything, because you don't want it sitting on the ground all summer. It can rot sitting on the mud and things can get under it and chew on it and stuff. So we're here with the 1843 Werner A plant that we've been looking at so far this year. The fruit is 13 days old today. I'm not doing any measuring or anything. What I'm going to do right now is remove the side vine that comes right off the stem of the fruit. That's this one right here. It's already like way out there. It's like a good 8 or 10 feet long. So I'm going to cut it off in sections. Let's just get rid of this part first. And the reason we remove that side vine is just to reduce the amount of stress that is going to be at the connection between the fruit stem and the vine of the plant. That's where there's always a lot of stress as the pumpkin grows. So we remove this side vine because as the pumpkin grows, we need to raise the vine of the plant up higher and higher, and not having the side vine on here helps a lot. So I go right back to the very base of it where it meets the main vine and just chop it right off. Alright, so now you can see, I'm going to look through the lens here and see if you can see. Not really. That's pretty terrible. Maybe I can just put this on the ground here and see. There's the fruit. Alright, I think this might be better if I can get this to stand up against this rock and not fall over. That would be good. Alright. So there's the fruit with the side vine gone now. You can see there's some room in here. And what we're going to have to do I'm not even sure what happened here. There's another side vine here that kind of looks like it got broken off or something. I'm not sure if it's leftover groundhog damage, but it never really grew back. So I'm wondering what to do about it right now. It is going to grow back. It's got a little tertiary on the end of it that's wants to grow, but right now there's like not really any room for it. There's very few leaves on it, so I'm just going to cut it back here to where this one leaf is. That's probably worth keeping for now. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to move this a little. I talked about a few days ago that gap between the fruit and the vine, and the main vine. You can see it's already shrinking. It's not even 2 fingers wide now. The other side, there's tons of room because we have the way we have that curve in the vine. So every day, I'm just going to move it gradually to the left, so this gap doesn't totally disappear. Because when the shoulder of the fruit starts pushing on the vine, that's when you can really start to have some cracks start to form in the stem and or vine, both of which would not be good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to get this, I use this stuff called mill fabric. It is it's a tough but porous material that I'm not sure what it's manufactured for, but it's definitely not manufactured for this use. But we're going to use it. This is what most giant pumpkin growers have come to use for this. And the reason is it's tough. Mice can't chew through it, which is very important. So nothing can get at the bottom of the pumpkin from underneath it. And right now I'm just like pulling up a couple of these tap roots here on this side vine because I want to move this over a little if I can. It may or may not regrow, but it's okay. I need to get this out of the way, and I'm not too worried about every little root right now. Need to make space for this stuff. So the mill fabric this is what it looks like. It's reusable. I've probably used this for 4 or 5 years now. It's very smooth. So as the pumpkin grows, it can slide on it easily. And like I said, it's very tough material. No animals can chew through it from underneath. And I'm going to try to get this under the fruit as much as I can. And as I'm sliding it under there, sometimes I have to get it under vines a little bit too. So on this side vine here, I've already pulled up these roots, so we'll be able to get it under here if we have to. And it's going to be a little tricky because there's not as much room on this side, but we'll just get it under there the best we can. And as it grows, it'll generally grow out this way and stay on the mat for the most part. Yeah, so the fruit looks really good. It's pretty yellow, which means it should be a really nice colored pumpkin once it's mature. What you have to do with this stuff is be careful because the edges of it are sharp. So when I first get it under the pumpkin, you have to be careful not to slice the pumpkin with it. So I try to like curve the edge down. Just do it slowly and get it under here first, under the side vine a little bit. All right. Now maybe we can sort of make a wave out of it. Let's see. Push it towards the fruit, and then when we get over here, I'm going to have to lift the fruit with one hand while I slide the thing under it with the other hand. And we kind of have to do this now because in another 3 days I won't be able to lift this fruit with one hand. It's probably, oh, I don't even know what it weighs now, but it's heavier than it looks. It's got to already be at least 20 pounds. Alright, so we've got a taproot here on the main vine I'm going to cut. I want to get the fabric under that also. Now I'm going to stand back here. Okay. A little bit at a time. This could slice the plant too, so I'm just trying to not do that. Don't slice any vines or slice anything with it. Okay, take your time. I'm going to do this with 3 fruit today. This one's 13 days old, the other ones are 12 and 10. And the McCracken, which is the youngest, is only 8 days old. I'm going to wait a couple more days to do that one. There we go. All right, now I'd still like it if it was to the left more. Let's see. There are certain things in the giant pumpkin patch where it helps to have an extra set of hands, but if you don't, just take your time, you can make it work. All right. That's pretty good. All right, let's see. That's not bad. Let's see if I can get this wrinkle out of it a little bit more. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, that's not bad. Still might try to slide it a tiny bit more to the left. Let me see. Get another inch or two. Perfect. All right, we're just gonna have to go with that. That's pretty close to perfect. So now, even when this pumpkin gets pretty heavy, probably up to about 500 pounds or so, I'll still be able to slide it a little bit on this stuff because this is fairly slick. For now, that's pretty awesome. And you can see this piece of fabric is not square. When they come, they're 5 feet by 5 feet, I think. And sometimes you have to cut them to modify the shape of the space that you have and everything, but you don't want to cut them too small because hopefully this pumpkin is going to pretty much fill this up. And we'll see. But I cut this one, and I chose this particular piece. I cut these up a couple years ago, and I've just kept them the same shape since then. But I chose this one for this base because of the shape of the pumpkin too. It's going to be a longer one that's not too wide. So hopefully it will grow out this way more than it will wide. So hopefully that's pretty close to perfect. By the end of the growing season, that'll probably be off the edges of the mat a little bit. That's okay, as long as it stays on there 90% of the summer. And that's that. That's mill fabric. This pumpkin I'm going to weigh in 2 days at day 15, and then we'll start to have pretty good idea of its progress. And oh yeah, I still have to cut off the backup fruit, the one that's all growing at a terrible angle. I'm going to sneak in here and do that, and then we will end our video. Here it is. Just get in pretty close to the where it attaches to the, there we go. Pretty close to where it attaches to the vine. And there you go. If you want, you can eat that, just like a zucchini. Supposedly they're not bad, but I'm not going to eat it. So there you have it. Thank you for watching. Let's take a quick look at the overall shot of the dome here so you can see the square footage in here is 1,650 feet. As you can see, there's starting to be not a lot of space left. In another week, it's going to be hard to find room to walk in here. So we're getting close to filling our space out. And then the plants will be virtually totally terminated, and these fruit are going to take off. So stay tuned for more videos from Pumpkin Jesus. Let's take a quick look at the 12-day-old 2145 McMullen. That one is quite taller and round. I'm going to get some mill fabric under that one next. And thank you for watching. I'm Alex McCracken. Have a great evening, and we'll see you soon.